Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a Heroes Unlimited advice video on meeting up. This video is primarily for the Game Masters. I guess other people can watch it too, but when I started playing Dungeons & Dragons back in the 70s, the impetus of the game was the adventure itself. Consequently, we had most games starting with the Dungeon Master saying, okay, so you all meet up in a tavern and decide to adventure together. The Dungeon Master, or in this case the Game Master, craft was new at the time. Most of them, as well as their players, didn't really care much about preamble or setup. Those days are long gone. These days, players come up with intricate backstories for their characters, and they fill out entire notebooks with a profile for their playing pieces in the game. The Game Master is expected to incorporate all of this information into his campaign so that each player character is relevant to the storyline, the plot, and the world in general. I did a video about meeting up in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. Go and check that video out. Much of the information is transferable to many other tabletop role-playing games. I don't want to duplicate my video there, so just go check that one out. Then we'll move on with this one. Heroes Unlimited takes place in our modern world, or a version of it. Getting player characters to meet up can be as simple as having them all see a news broadcast of an attack by a villain, and they all decide to stop him, meeting at the time. This is a favorite in comic books. So if you've never read comic books, you really are missing out. Heroes Unlimited Heroes Unlimited is role-playing in a comic book universe. These days, most everybody knows the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the DC Universe, but they haven't read comic books. That's the only downside. People these days don't read. You know what I'm saying? Some of my favorite scenarios, and by the way, you gotta read comic books. The old ones, not that new crap. Find old comic books and read them. Find them online if you have to. Anyway. Some of my favorite scenarios for getting player characters together are a wealthy benefactor sets them up as a crime-fighting team. The government needs a superpowered strike force. An alien invasion forces the player characters to fight together to save the world. I actually did that one time, and they failed initially. So they had to form kind of an underground with military units, coordinated worldwide, that kind of thing. One of the player characters could teleport, so she was able to go back and forth and deliver information. It worked pretty well. And that particular campaign lasted a while. It was very good. Villain or villains, possibly henchmen working for a major villain, steal equipment to build some kind of a massive world-beating device. The player characters begin investigating and coming up at it from different angles, and they meet up on the case. That happens a lot in Daredevil, Spider-Man, Batman, that kind of thing. Very, very, very good comic books. If there's a commonality among the backstories and or profiles of the player characters, maybe the villain or the situation can target the player characters as a group or individually. Maybe they get captured and meet up as prisoners, and they're forced to work together to escape. Regardless of the method or scenario you use to get them to meet up, you need to find a way to motivate them to continue working together. Otherwise, your campaign will be a series of individual stories rather than a cohesive campaign. While this can work, it will necessitate running each player character separately in the same world and making sure the individual adventurers mesh together, the adventures mesh together. Frankly, that's kind of a major pain in the ass. It's more trouble than it's worth. You need to find a way to motivate the players to want to work together. Trust me on this. Once your players decide to work together, the group needs to find a hideout or headquarters or base of operations, something like that. If they want to do, and it could be one of their houses for all I care. If they want to do the most good for the most people, they will want this headquarters to be located in or near one of the larger and more populous cities. The Avengers, Spider-Man, and the Fantastic Four are in New York City, for example. Superman is in Metropolis. That kind of thing. The chances of a world-beating supervillain with an army of battle robots attacking Frog Sock, Arkansas is extremely remote. You know what I'm saying? He's going for the big places. If he's scouting out, yeah, maybe he's going to hit Frog Sock, Arkansas. But you never know. The team members need to have complete and unfettered access to said headquarters. It needs to either be hidden in secret or secured somehow. You don't want any Tom, Dick, or Harry waltzing in and having run of the place. I recommend having a hidden and secret headquarters with a heck of a security system. But then I'm a paranoid SOB. Just saying. Regardless of how you run your game, I sincerely hope these videos help, even in some small way. Again, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your game. I'm just an old hack wargamer with decades of experience in lots of different games, just humbly offering up ideas. Remember, rule number 1 is to have fun. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day now. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.